Welcome to another episode of the I Believe podcast. I am your host, Bo Bartholomew, and today's topic is close to home. Actually, because today's topic is mothers. With this week being very busy with school, work, something rotten at Viewmont, and more, I needed a quick topic with a person I can interview very close to home. And what's more close to home than your own mother? Let's talk history. Mothers have existed forever. Wait. Do we really need a history of mothers? Come on, Bo. Not everything needs a history. You're right, inner self. I don't really think there is much history here. Yeah, and don't forget that every mother's story is different. It really wouldn't be fair to shove them all together. Well, I guess it's time to move along. Goodbye, inner self. Maybe you can be in a later episode, too. For this episode, I went the obvious route and chose to interview my mother. I know, it's insane. Before I start the interview section, I would like to say that there is not a one-size-fits-all approach to motherhood. This interview is also going to have two types of questions. Questions directed to general information and questions directed to be about me or my siblings. With that in mind, here is my mom.
Hi, people. I'm Bo's mommy.
Okay, let's start off easy. Tell the audience about you and what you do.
I am the mother of 5, and I do a lot of yelling and swearing and a lot of dreaming about sleep. I would say I do a lot of cleaning, but I've kind of given up. And I do a lot of crocheting when I can get my kids to leave my yarn alone because they're like cats. Okay, so I have 5 kids. Bo is my oldest, and he is a senior this year. He's going to be graduating. And then Brinley is my sophomore. Braxton is in 8th grade. Briella is in 6th grade. And Bree is in 3rd grade. Oh, my biggest child is not in school anymore. I don't know what to say about his age. He's old. He is an extra child. My husband's name is Lee. We have been married for 20 years. And we're going to leave our kids for the first time ever in 2 months.
Yeah, and the week of that, we're going to get probably the episode that I'm most excited for within the next 3-month period, which is a topic to be announced later. Okay, you ready for the first of many, many fun questions? What is the hardest and easiest part about being a mother?
The hardest part, for sure, is the exhaustion. For sure. Except for also planning 3 meals a day for the rest of your life that all 5 kids are going to like and eat and not throw a fit about. That also is very hard. And then I was supposed to say what the easiest part is. I guess when they move out. I don't think I've gotten to the easy part yet. The easiest part so far is I like my teenagers. Teenagers have been pretty fun.
So not like the movies say when they're really annoying.
I mean, I have other kids that will be teenagers, and they like to test free will more than my first 2. So I might be changing my answer in a few years.
What has been the hardest and easiest part about raising me?
The easiest part is I didn't actually raise you. I didn't teach you anything. You're opening a Coke, and you're not even giving me one. I think it's pretty rude. Okay, the hardest part about raising Bo is that he has a Coke and he's not sharing it. I obviously did not teach him about sharing.
No. Joey doesn't share food.
Yeah, Joey does not share food. 100% Joey does not share food.
Joey doesn't share food!
No, Joey doesn't share food.
Joey doesn't share food!
Joey does not share food. Actually, I'm okay with food. It's drinks. I cannot stand sharing drinks. Because you know what kids do to drinks?
They
They like backwash. Like, even if they're using a straw. Yeah, nope. Joey does not share drinks at all. It's a hard no. The easiest part about raising Bo was that I didn't raise him. I didn't have to teach him. He came to Earth already knowing way more than me. His grandma used to be completely shocked that he came from me and Lee, because we are not super smart, and Bo is. We are not super good, and Bo is. We are not musical, and Bo is. And that was a really easy thing, was I have always loved musicals. And Bo was born singing. So that's been easy. Hardest part. Yeah, he doesn't share his Coke. Hardest part. Sometimes he thinks he's right and he wants to debate even when he's wrong.
Do you have a favorite child? How do you hide it from the other kids, and what do you tell them? You guys can probably tell I'm trying to get her to say something very specific.
Okay, I'll ask you. Does your mom have a favorite child?
I can tell that she does, but she always says that, like, for me, that I am her favorite oldest child.
Okay, who's my favorite
Oldest
child?
son. For Brinley, it's favorite oldest daughter.
She is my favorite oldest daughter.
Yeah. And
100%.
Braxton's favorite middle son.
He's my favorite middle child.
Uh-huh. And then Briela's favorite middle
daughter.
And then Breland's favorite
Youngest.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And you're my favorite oldest son.
Uh-huh. Except for that one time.
Except for that one time, and I don't even remember what you did. But who do you think my favorite child is?
Brinley has told me quite frequently that it is her. Every once in a while, I think it's me. Sometimes it's Bree. Every once in a while, it's Braxton. Either me or Braxton or Brinley. It would be a tie every once in a while.
I mean, Brinley's my favorite oldest daughter. Braxton's my favorite middle child. You're my favorite oldest son.
What do you wish your children knew?
Ooh, I really do wish they knew how to clean up and listen. And do them at the same time. That would be awesome. I wish my children knew that, one, even when they see me sitting on a couch playing on a phone, I'm not playing a game. I'm like signing schoolwork or in their karate app, or I'm planning their play dates. Like, I'm not sitting on my phone playing, I don't know what game. Solitaire. Candy Crush. Yeah, I don't even know Candy Crush. Like, I'm obviously not doing that. The truth of the matter is, I wish that they knew I'm trying. I'm not perfect. Most of the time, I'm not even good. In fact, in summers, I suck. I'm a pretty awful mom, but I'm trying. And, like, I try to do better than I did before. And I realize our summers have gone downhill. Because I used to be like, let's go to the zoo, let's go. And I mean, I just ran myself to the wall. And we also used to have a perfectly clean house. And I mean, there were a lot of things that were magical at this house. A lot of things were more magical when you were a kid than they are now, because I'm exhausted.
What do you hope your kids get out of their childhood?
I want it to be fun. I don't want it to be serious, because the rest of their life will be serious, which is most of the reason why I just don't fight them on things. They don't want to clean their room. I'm not going to fight them, because I don't have it in me to fight. I must not love you guys as much as I used to. When your youngest sister was little and she was so sick, I had to decide, like, am I going to run myself ragged, or am I going to keep this baby alive? And I kept her alive. And I guess decided the rest of everything didn't matter.
What do you hope I have taken from my childhood? And what do you think I should hold on to into adulthood?
Well, your childhood was magical. So I hope that you take with you that, like, tooth fairy sprinkles fairy dust. But it was more magical. It was, well, and I think the past couple of years we've had a couple of really hard things happen. Like, there was a Valentine's meal. I don't know if you remember, but we have the same meal every Valentine's. Because when Dad and I got married, we were super poor. But our first Thanksgiving, I wanted to make special. And so the things that I did on that Valentine's Day, I have tried to just always do. There was always a cheesecake and chicken wrapped in bacon with apricot asparagus and potatoes and fancy drinks and goblets, and there were fancy things. But then, like this year, we didn't do Valentine's. It was February, and Valentine's might forever now hold its peace and be hard. So, yeah, we didn't celebrate at all this year. Sure, because part of what is really hard as a mother, and hoping that my kids understand that I'm trying, and that I don't want their lives to be hard, and so I take more of the hard. I do more of the figuring out where money goes so you guys don't worry about money. And I mean, you do. You and Brinley have had to work ever since you were young, because Dad and I can't pay for all your activities. So, but I want your guys' childhood to be magical. And part of that is because in February, my mom passed away. And not having my own mom has made me want to be a better mom, but has also made me want to kind of disappear. Like, this summer was harder than other summers. What do you think I should hold on to? I guess more of the same, like finding magic in everyday little things, that even when life is awful and hard, there's still magical things happening, and you can still celebrate. And I mean, Brinley had her birthday last year, her 15th birthday, while Grandma was on hospice. And so we went from the birthday party that she had been planning to that morning, knowing what was going to be happening that night. My best friend came in and was the adult at the party, and I ended up just ordering movie tickets for them because I knew I couldn't be there. I knew I needed to be with my mom. And so I want you guys to grow up thinking, even if I have to change plans, change what I've always thought, it still can turn out okay. So I guess what I want you to hold on to into adulthood is that even if things don't work out right, and maybe the next thing that you go on to won't be like, good thing that all fell apart because this is perfect. That might not happen. But you can find the okayness in, like, the person that I entered 2025 as is not the person I am today. Like, I entered 2025 as somebody who spent a lot of my time working as a job at the school and volunteering in classes and different things. And that all had to get stripped away when Grandma was in the hospital and I started taking care of Papa. So what I moved on to wasn't great. But I don't know, when people are like, how are you doing it? How are you holding up? I'm like, nobody gives me a choice. Like, I have to, whether I want to be going through this or not, I still have to wake up tomorrow.
This episode is sponsored by the Zombie Geek Squad, saving brains one customer at a time. Don't worry, peeps. It's actually life update time. Mom, do you want to start us off with the life update?
My kids have gone back to school. Hallelujah. I've got a couple of whips for crocheting that I'm getting done, because I have an issue with not having things done. It creates a lot of anxiety in me, so I like to finish them. So I normally don't have whips sitting around. So I'm trying to get a couple of those finished up so that I don't. And my kids are back in school. Yay! I don't know what else.
Well, so yeah, I'm back in school, and I have a lot of fun stuff. And let's see, by the time that this is released, Madrigals would have done their first national anthem. Oh, sorry, we're recording this the Wednesday, a week and a half before the release of this episode. And so, yeah, I actually chose today because tomorrow, the cast list of Something Rotten at Viewmont is most likely going to be released. Shout out to them. And so we don't know how my mental state will be at that point, and so we don't know if we want to record something then. So yeah, tomorrow there will be a lot of ice cream regardless of the answer of what happens.
And tomorrow's your parent date.
Yeah, tomorrow is my parent date, which actually passes off a CE Child Development assignment, which we need to take a photo of while we're at Olive Garden.
Look at your mommy doing your homework for you.
Well, except, yeah, technically, yeah. Spoiler alert, we forgot to take that photo. And so, yeah, school's great, life's great. It's never too early to start advertising for Midsummer Night's Dream. I'm Peter Quince in Viewmont High School's production of A Midsummer Night's Dream, Mystical Cast.
In October?
It is October 7th, 9th, 11th, and 14th for Mystical Cast of A Midsummer Night's Dream at Viewmont. When I'm recording these episodes, it's legitimately like I'm writing a Dear Evan Hansen letter, where I legit just say, Bo, insert your music here, please. Remember that. If you don't, you'll cry about it. I know you will. Dear Bo, remember.
Does anybody have a map?
I have this so mapped out, and then I have to remember how I mapped it out in the audio, and I don't want to look at the script, so I, map it up vocally. So anyways...
so you have the map.
I do have the map, scripted, but then I have to do it vocally, so I don't have to look at the script at the same time.
So not the mother map that I'm looking for?
Sadly, I don't. Anyways, on the topic of anybody have a map, Lily Kangaika, she was in me and Brinley's audition group for Something Rotten, and she auditioned with Anybody Have a Map from Dear Evan Hansen.
My favorite?
Yes.
It was so good.
It was so good. I have never heard it that perfect. Even when we saw it at Eccles, I have never heard it that spot on.
A lot of things going on at Eccles.
Yeah. Fun fact about our Eccles show. We went to go see Dear Evan Hansen at Eccles, and it was really fun. We got there, they started the show, they got through, waving through a window, and they get to the first scene with the Connors, and all of a sudden this lady runs on stage with a radio belt thing, and she pulls all the actors off stage, and all the lights come up, and they swap Evan out, before first act is even, an eighth of the way through.
So if you're listening and you know what happened, please let us know, because it's been killing us for a few years now.
Oh, yeah, we have no clue. Because not only that, but they also had one of the actor playing Evan was a backup. He was already... they had the papers in there saying that Evan was being played by his, what's the word all of a sudden? Understudy. And then they pulled him, so who knows? But it was... We were sitting there for about 30 minutes waiting for them to restart the show. Yeah. Anyways, Mother, we now have to say simultaneously, and that concludes the life update, okay? 3, 2. And that concludes the life update. Cool, now we're gonna watch a BYU admissions thing. For fun. Because we get to. Because I did it and forgot about it. What is your policy on your children swearing, and why?
It's not an official policy because my children don't listen to me, but I tell them not to. Why? Because they shouldn't be swearing.
Do you want to tell the audience how much you swear?
I enjoy it. I'm quite proficient. I could be a sailor, a real sailor. That and tattoos. I could be a sailor
You only have one for now.
for today.
What is something you always say to your children?
Brush your teeth. Did you put the brushy part in your mouth? Did you touch it to your teeth?
You know, I asked her not to say that and to say something meaningful.
What do I always say to my kids?
I don't know.
When I drop them off places, I say be good. I try to tell them I love them about 8,000 times a day.
And they probably only respond with, I love you back, like, once.
Yeah. Some more than others.
Okay, this is a question that I'm just going to split up into many questions because it covers a lot of different favorites. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
What is your favorite movie?
Ooh, that's really mean. Well, I love musicals, so musicals that have been made into movies. And I really love the Barbie movie because I was a total Barbie girl when I was little.
What is your favorite song?
Oh my goodness! Let's go back to the who's my favorite child question.
Because you can answer that.
That is way easier than my favorite song. Although I will guarantee it's probably from a musical.
Okay. What is your favorite color?
Like for me or for
you?
I actually have different favorite colors for like different things.
Oh, okay.
Like
Explain
I
that.
do really like the color red, but it's not as big of a part of my life now as it used to be. Like when Dad and I got married, red was like my signature color. It was my life. I had just graduated from the U, and red was a big part of my life.
Don't tap your pen and.
Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry.
My favorite color to wear, black, all the way. I really like Barbie pink, so like super hot pink, and like seafoam. Teal, like a really light greeny blue color. And Jenny, yeah, I like a lot of colors.
Okay. What color?
Other than my clothes, I want things to be bright and colorful.
Okay. What color is your toothbrush?
It's all white except for a couple of the bristles are blue.
Oh, okay. What's your favorite TV show?
Oh my goodness.
The next one's going to be harder, so.
Oh no. My favorite TV show. I don't know. I always have something that I'm watching like in the background. But I like books more. I really would rather have a book playing than. But like Brinley and I are watching Grey's Anatomy.
Should we cut that out?
When you guys were little, I really liked Wild Kratts.
Mm-hmm.
And Sid the Science Kid.
Yeah. And you liked Friends
Science Kid.
and
Yes. Friends.
How I Met Your Mother.
Friends #1. Yes.
Uh-huh.
It was.
Friends for life.
Yes. Joey does not share food. Mm-hmm. And Chandler's my favorite. Absolute favorite. Oh my gosh, I love Chandler.
What's the show with the old people? Is that Golden Girls or Gilmore
Golden Girls. Every once in a while, if I need a really good mindless laugh, like if it's been one of those kind of days and I just need a mindless laugh, it's usually Golden Girls. But that's only because the streaming things we have don't have Friends. And I do have all the DVDs, but then I'd have to like go get them and like turn on the DVD player and like it's a whole thing. So I mostly just watch things I can stream.
If Miss Hernandez ever listens to this, she will probably be sitting there like, oh, yeah, your mom's like me. Yeah, it's a whole thing. I have to, like, contact Weber, and it's like a whole thing. And
Right?
they like me, and yet they don't like me.
It's a whole thing.
What's your favorite book? See, hard questions.
And I don't even have, like, a favorite genre. Like, your dad lately has been listening to audiobooks at work, and so I've been screening books for him,
Mm-hmm.
and he really likes like psychological thrillers.
Same.
So I've been listening to a lot of psychological thrillers lately, but I love a romance. I love historical.
Yeah.
If it is about like World War II, hand it over.
So, Mr. Jepson, if you're listening, my mom needs more World War II novels. Send those to either of our inboxes, and they will get forwarded to where they should be. Or you could comment on this episode wherever you're watching.
Yes, I do. It's sadistic that I enjoy reading books about the Holocaust. I mean, because it's not a good subject. But usually there's so much hope, and at the end of it, just seeing how they got through unhumane conditions, I can get through anything if, I'm not in Auschwitz, so I can get through anything.
Auschwitz?
Shut up.
Sorry, guys, I make fun of the fact that my mother says Auschwitz as what? Auschwitz? Okay, last fun question before all the really...
I actually think that was the day I told you were no longer my favorite child.
Yes, because I told you that Auschwitz was pronounced Auschwitz.
I've also been to Dachau. Would you like to... anything about that?
Ooh, okay. What is your favorite Disneyland ride?
Oh my gosh. Favorite child. Let's go back to it. Favorite Disneyland ride.
And why?
I love the Incredicoaster. And I
but
know that's
did you
in Disney,
like
California.
it more as Screamin'?
I did. I really liked it as Screamin'. Yep.
Okay.
But fun tip. If you are ever in Disneyland and they are having a monsoon and they are getting hail, like
it wasn't hail, it
size-
was just rain.
Yeah,
Big
I
rain.
mean, if these raindrops are coming down super fast and are the size of small children, I suggest you go on the Incredicoaster. But be warned, it feels like you are being hit by sledgehammers. Like, I mean, it is so painful.
It's like a really weird bullet massage.
To your face.
Yeah, I have a photo that I won't put on the website because she wouldn't let me put it on my Instagram.
Is it the photo of...
It's the photo of me and you in the front, and you are sitting there so fearful because this rain smacked you in the nose right before the photo.
Oh my gosh.
And so you look like this.
In the nose? That's not even the only place it was hitting me. It was so painful.
Oh.
So maybe that's California Adventures.
Uh-huh.
I really like Soarin', really like the Rapids, really like Tower of Terror, really like Monsters, Inc.
For those of you who are unaware, Monsters, Inc. permanently closed on August 7th.
Boo.
And it will be being replaced by an Avatar-themed land. Both me and my mother are highly against this decision. And I have actually found ways that Disneyland could remove less important areas of California Adventure, including the grizzly bear adventure area that nobody uses.
Yeah, but that's nowhere near the superhero stuff.
And it also...
They also could remove that Spider-Man ride. I hate that ride.
Well, that...
Web slinger.
So, okay, I guess I can probably tell the people on the podcast that I am a Disney person, Disney historian, Disney obsessed human.
And it's only kind of my fault.
Yeah, it's mostly Grandma's if you think about it. We can trace it back to Grandma, but
I mean, but that's justified. I mean, anybody who went the first summer, I think
in her dad's train.
Yeah, like I think is kind of.
And she grew up with Sundays with Walt, so
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's really.
And when Annette was on Mickey Mouse Club.
Oh yeah. Well, so
Annette!
The only reason that they are keeping web slingers for now, even though that it is in the plans to remove it because everybody hates it, is so that they
Which is funny because we waited for 5 hours in rain to ride it.
Is because they are currently taking out a wall right next to what is going to be reverting back to Tower of Terror, so that they can expand and add Stark Labs, which is a flight simulator, kind of like Soarin', except for you're going to be in your own vehicle. It's going to be like the Harry Potter ride at Universal Studios Hollywood. And then they're also putting in another interactive ride, but it will be more like blaster-based instead of trying to map where your arms are. So I don't remember if that was that one or another one. Yeah.
Say right here and right now, I do like it as Tower of Terror more than I like it as Guardian Breakout.
And yes, I've been listening to the Distory podcast with Kate and Kirk. They've been doing a deep dive on Tower of Terror, and it is a lot more interesting than Guardians of the Galaxy is. Even though I like it and it's fun, but yeah, it should revert back, but they're gonna keep it there until they can finish the retheming, because they have to keep it until they can get that street to actually be Sunset Boulevard again.
Oh yeah. Well, and really fun fact. But then I need to tell you what my Disneyland.
Yes.
But really fun fact: Monsters Inc. In the olden days, if you rope dropped Monsters Inc. instead of, the Incredicoaster, those things, then you could do a screaming contest and get to be the screamer of the day, the one who powers Monsters Inc. for the entire day. And so you get a certificate so you can go on Monsters Inc. without waiting in line as many times as you want the entire day because you're power in the city.
Yeah. And
awesome.
I got that one time, and then the time after that, Braxton got it. So.
Yep.
And the certificate...
By the time after that, he means the next time we were in Disneyland, not like the next day.
The next day. Yeah,
No, next time we were in Disneyland.
And the really cool thing about those certificates is that in the black light of the ride, it would show cool designs instead of just... Because it is a white paper, but it would show cool designs in the black light instead of just being full black light white paper.
Okay, but my Disneyland favorite ride, I can't answer. I can answer my least favorite ride.
What one's that?
Nemo.
Yeah.
I can't be in Nemo.
Well, okay, this is also a fun fact.
I mean, I ride it every time we go, but
One of the things that I hear most commonly from people who think that they know Disney news is that they are quite sure that Nemo is going to be removed. It is not structurally sound for them to remove Nemo because it is supporting up the monorail, all of Autopia, and it within a small portion of Nemo, which is the part that they would have to remove, it supports 6 different rides.
That's great. Leave the structure. Just don't make me ride it.
Yeah. Well, when I go on my senior trip to Disneyland, you can sit outside. I will be experiencing that masterpiece one more time.
Awesome. And I'm pretty sure on Dad and mine's trip, I can convince him just to skip it.
Or you could also do the non-claustrophobic room. They do have one of those available.
Oh.
Yeah. You can just go and sit and watch it.
Oh, well.
It is a live feed of one of the submarines, though.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know. Love... Okay, love the Matterhorn. Mm-hmm. Love it. Love Space Mountain. Love Pirates of the Caribbean. Love it. Okay, love Indiana Jones. Love the train. I mean, I even love It's a Small World. They are all my favorite. The teacups. Oh my goodness, I love the teacups. Casey Jr. Love Casey Jr., especially in the monkey car because my kids are definitely monkeys. I mean, it's easier for me to name my favorite child. I mean, I grew up going to Disneyland all the time. So, I mean, not all the time as in like those people who grew up in California, but a lot.
Well,
so
when you and Dad go on your anniversary trip, you need to go and watch Walt Disney: A Magical Life, which at that point it might be rotating with Mr. Lincoln. But I know that you and Dad do not like Mr. Lincoln.
I don't. Why don't I?
Because you guys fall asleep and
No, whoa,
in the
whoa.
air conditioning.
Do not at all lump me in with your father.
You did this last time that we went.
Last time we went, do you remember how exhausting we were?
Yeah, because it was raining the whole time. But you do need to watch Walt Disney: Magical Life and tell me about it. But don't spoil any of it because I want to see it. Yeah, in person. Fun fact about that though. One of my favorite Disney people did a video where, well, not really a video. They went to a D23 press opening of that ride or experience, and they explained to get the actual twinkle in Walt's eye, instead of doing concave irises, they did convex irises so that it would catch light. And yeah, so it is the only Walt Disney audio animatronic that has eyes that are in the correct shape of a human eye.
Huh. Another fun fact, Bo's dad and I, Lee, are going away from our kids for the first time
You already said that.
ever. I've only ever been away for one night. And I'm going away. Far away. I'm going to Disneyland. And we're all excited. Yeah, we're trying not to let the youngest two know because they'll throw a fit.
Well, tell them that your oldest son is already going to throw a
Yes,
fit.
my oldest son is mad. And my oldest son, I did have to preface telling him of, I know you're going to kill me, but.
Yeah.
And I mean, really, he only has to wait like 8 more months and he'll be there, so it's okay.
Yeah. And it's my dream senior trip. And it was going to be a solo trip, but...
And actually, it's his fault because he was talking about his senior trip the week that school started. And so I actually was looking online at stuff for his senior trip. But you can't, like, the airport or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't reserve that. So I started looking for November when it happens to be my anniversary. So
yeah,
it's actually his fault.
Yep. And
we probably would have just gone away for one night again. Somewhere in Salt Lake.
You are helping me plan my senior trip so I can actually be my dream Disneyland
I am the best
trip.
mommy.
Yep.
I am so amazing.
You are my best favorite mommy.
I better be your favorite mommy.
Are you ready for your final fun question before the really, really in-depth questions?
Okay.
What is your favorite Broadway show that you have seen?
Oh my gosh.
And I know that you've seen Wicked with Idina Menzel and Kristen Chenoweth, so
amazing.
This is going to be hard.
I mean, that was so many thousands of years ago. This is awful. I mean, best answer, easiest answer is anyone you're in, Bo.
You can all hear the sarcasm in her voice.
No. Have I ever missed one of your shows? I get tickets to every single show, even if it's just one seat, so that he has somebody in the audience rooting for him. And so I have been to every one of his performances.
Yes, that is true.
I know.
But what is your favorite Broadway show? Or, like, professional show that you've seen? So not me.
I love Hadestown. Love it. And I love the story and the meaning, and I love it. I love Wicked. Love it. In fact, fun fact, when I was pregnant with Bo, I had a job that I really hated, like really hated. And the only thing that got me through every day was the fact that I knew driving home, I would turn on Loathing as loud as I could, and I would like belt it the entire drive home. That is why he came out singing, because I sing Loathing this entire. I love Dear Evan Hansen. I don't know. I love Hamilton. Love it. I love so many musicals, but they're usually the ones with an underlining
An underlying story,
Yeah.
or theme that, like a life lesson.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, this question...
And it usually has an underdog
Oh, okay. Okay. So
who ends up being the good person. Wicked. Why didn't you ask me what my favorite food at Disneyland is?
Yeah, tell them what your favorite food is while you think about my most embarrassing story.
I mean, my favorite food at Disneyland, I pretty much go for the food. Look at me. They used to have Flo's. Oh, they used to have the world's best French toast. So good. I love a Monte Cristo. Love it. Stage Door used to have amazing fish and chips. The bread bowl clam chowder in California Adventure. I don't know why, but somehow it's better than the one in Disneyland. I mean, I know they're supposedly the same, but I love that one. Oh, there was one trip that I went that I was 32 weeks pregnant, and while everybody was on everything, I just sat and ate Mickey pretzels the entire trip. I do love a Mickey pretzel. Okay. I think that's... I don't know. Did I say Dole Whip? I like Dole Whip. Oh, I love almost anything at Burt's.
The Jolly Holiday?
Yes, the Jolly Holiday. I love the raspberry. I love the Matterhorn. Your last night at Disneyland, walking out, unless it's a typhoon, you have to get ice cream on Main Street. I guess I don't have a good answer to that question either. Okay, so Bo's most embarrassing moment. I should say when he was born. That was pretty embarrassing. He was butt naked.
This episode might have to be explicit, now that I think about it. Might have to put an explicit content rating. At least you haven't sworn yet.
I'm thinking about it. I mean, really, that's the only one I can come up with. The only embarrassing thing I can come up with is the one you know I'm going to share.
And the one that I said I'm already going to share.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. See, for this non-disclosed episode for the week that she's off at Disneyland, it is going to be very, like, I'm going to probably have a PowerPoint for it, and that one's going to, it is going to be, like,
and I'm
really
pretty sure
fun.
I have pictures.
Yeah, there's going to be pictures. It is going to be, it's going to be a very entertaining episode. Okay. 2 more questions.
Okay.
Do you think that religion is important to your family? Why?
Yes. And I think I believe this because I wasn't raised very religious. Why is there not a question on there of why I wanted 1,000 kids? Why is that not on there?
Because I didst not knowest of that informations.
Okay, well, we'll get to that. But yeah, I wasn't raised religious. And so it was really important for me to make sure that my kids knew that what I believed. And, I'm not sure that they know what I believe anymore because church is a show for my kids. Beep.
Excusez-moi?
Yeah, I know. We are a hot mess at church.
Oh, there you go.
Hot mess.
There you go.
We are always late, which is funny because I'm like obsessively early to things. But we are always late. And I used to make sure that my kids went cute. Now I'm just glad if, they walk in the door. So usually Bug is wearing like a shirt that's halfway tucked in and like not even buttoned up all the way, and probably is from the bottom of a hamper because it is so wrinkled.
And Crocs.
Yeah. Bree has my curly hair, and so if it hasn't been freshly washed, it cannot be brushed. So a lot of the time, she ends up at church with rat nest. It's awesome. That went way off topic. Yes, I don't necessarily
You get this one now.
think that you have to be our religion. I believe that raising your children with beliefs and hopes and ideas are the most important. It might not, like all those people who say, yes, if I die one day and it ends up that this wasn't true, at least I lived as a good human.
Why did you decide that you had to have a big family?
Okay.
And do you think big families are better than small families, and why?
Oh, that's an awful question. I don't necessarily think that big families are better than small families. I think that a small family can be just as good. I mean, I would probably be a way better mother if I only had one child. So maybe that would have been the answer. But so I don't necessarily think that either is better. I think it's just what your family builds. But I grew up younger than my brothers, and so they moved out when I was young. So I spent a lot of time alone just with my parents. And even before that, they were in junior high and high school when I was little. And so they were off with their friends and being football players and doing all kinds of, teenage, I want to be independent things while I was still really young. So I spent a lot of time just with my parents, or even more, I spent time just alone. And I spend a lot of time alone. A lot. And so one of my friends, she actually had 5 kids in her family. So she had 4 siblings. And I absolutely loved going to their house, and they were loud, and and there was no loud at my house. Even if people were home, like my siblings were home, there was no loud. My parents are quiet. You should be seen, not heard type people. So my house was always quiet. And so this house was loud and people lived there, and they were so happy, and they hated each other. It was amazing. They would fight, but still you knew that they just were a family, a happy family. And I remember a lot of times we would be in their basement cleaning. And so then there'd be fighting about cleaning, and I was obsessed with it. I thought that is what I want when I grow up. I want I want a lot of kids really close together. So like in age, really close in age. So that no matter what's going on in the world, no matter, if mom and dad go out on a date, they still have their best friends at home. And so I wanted a lot of kids really close together. And I had a lot of kids really close together. And my mind, because kids really close together, I realized that the problem in my plan was that I grew up alone. I'm used to be like getting quiet time and being alone and getting rejuvenated. And our house is never quiet, never clean, never in order. And you guys don't get along at all. So I don't know what I did it for.
Okay, last question. Are mothers important to child development? Why?
Well, first of all, I don't. Okay, yes, I think that they are important to child development. But also, I don't believe that kids being raised in either one parent households or same sex households, I think that something can make up for that. So I think that if you have two dads, or if something happened to your mom, so you only have a dad, I think that there are things in the world that can make up for that loss. Not that you won't feel that loss. If you've lost your mother, you definitely feel that loss. But I think the figure of a mother, maybe not the female who gave birth to you, but somebody who acts in that figure of, you always know they love you. You always know they're there. You always know that no matter what you've done, you did it right in their eyes. Like even when you crack at singing, and I hear the crack, I can hear it. I'm not going to say, no, you didn't crack.
And Miss Bradbury hears the crack too.
Yes, like I hear the crack, but I still think that you did amazing. Like there are times that you come off a stage and you're like, I did this wrong, or I did this wrong. And for me, I'm just so amazed that you were up there that I don't hear the crack. I hear it, but I oversee it because of everything else going on. So I think that no matter what form your family takes, that figure that we most of the time call mother, but is just somebody who sees you as you, loves you as you, tells you constantly that you're validated, that you matter, because the rest of the world is going to tell you that you don't and have no problem with telling you what you did wrong. But a mother should be there to tell you everything you've done right and everything that's amazing and help you get over the disappointing times or the things that you feel didn't go right, and just help you see the best in yourself. And that's also one of the reasons why I constantly tell you guys I love you. I constantly give you guys hugs. Even though I'm not at all a touchy person, like at all, like don't touch me. Which also is really funny because there's always somebody sitting on me. There's always somebody touching me. And I am not a touchy person. But I give my kids constant hugs. I tell them that I love them. And not just because I'm their mother, but I mean, they need somebody in their life who is always.
And that's where my microphone cut out. Now, if my microphone had continued to record, you would have heard my mother say that it is important, and that she thinks it is important, and that she believes that it is important to have somebody who is always cheering for you in a world where everybody is just trying to tear everyone else down. And I believe that too. In fact, I believe it so much that is actually why we do some of the things that we do here at I Believe. It's why we do the Life Update. It's why we do the Good News Tuesday. It's because we want to cheer each other on. We want to be able to have you guys cheering us on in this hard world, and we want to be able to cheer you guys on in the things that you guys might be doing and might be going through, even though we might not know about them. I believe that we need somebody who is always going to be there for us, who is always going to be trying to push ourselves up and push you up, even when the world says that that's the wrong thing to do. So, with that, I will close out this episode because it's already really long. And next week, join me for another episode of the I Believe podcast when I tell you guys about my opinions on school dances. I can't wait to have you.